Hello friends, welcome to channel Reza Blade. I'm your friendly neighborhood Reza, and today, excuse me, just hit the camera. Today I am doing my daily unboxing in the countdown to Halloween, the advent box that Maniology has put together for us this Halloween. And we are on a pretty late number because today is Thursday and Halloween's on Monday, so we are coming up close on it. So let me see what we are supposed to open today. We've only got 4 more things left. Oh, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. And I will be doing the live on Monday, Halloween, on the 31st. That live will be on the gnome plate that I told you I was going to go into more detail on at a later date. Well, Halloween is that date. So we've got 17, 18, 19, and 20 here. We will be opening day 17. And let's see what today is. Happy Halloween. I really do like this one with that skull as the O. That might be interesting inspiration for somebody who's making a plate someday. I do really like that. Alright. So, and that just goes with the theme that I'm always talking about, where your inspiration is all around you. Whether you're at fabric store or in the greeting card section. We have a pretty awesome plate here today, looks like. This is Universal Monsters Collection 07. So this is one of the licensed plates. Licensed plates. I didn't do that on purpose. I meant without the D, of course. I mean, with the D, of course. And we've got Swamp Thing carrying a lovely lady who is very disturbed that she's being touched without her consent, and justly so. We've got a pretty cool image and profile here, and then one of him in the actual water. Very, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Not threatening, but that will have to be the word, because I do lose words mid-sentence sometimes. So let's talk about, I don't even know why I decided that I wanted to show you these things, but it has been a while, and I'm probably overdue to sharing them. This is something that I would maybe normally wear as a Halloween mani with some different contrast or accent nails. But this one is using stamps from the Beautometry dinosaur plate. And this is Glow in the Dark by Ectoplasm. If you have seen one of my videos where I'm talking about Nevermind Apothecary's Ectoplasm Glow in the Dark polish. Anyway, so I'm going to cut in, if you're seeing this, just to show you. I'm going to cut into the video to show you. And isn't that a really cool glow-in-the-dark effect, if you happen to be on YouTube? I did really enjoy this one. Also, an idea, just in case you are doing a mani and you think, oh, I kind of want to work with negative space. These are where you put around one of those stamps where you're stamping like circles, like empty space. So like this, but it would be longer for the nail. There are a number of plates like that, or you can just do it freehand if you like. But I have this, and then since these nails are sheer, I did an outline of black on them. And I really do think that that is a pretty cool thing for a Halloween mani. So there's just one random idea I'm throwing out in case you are in need of ideas. I've got a few spare ideas any given day. So I'm going to go ahead and take this. Okay, come on. Let's try this. Because there is, what's the word? There is a screen of film on this. I might have to take my glove off to putz with this. Unfortunate. Usually I can get them anyway. All right. I got it. So I hope everyone is having a very excellent day. And I hope that whether you're watching this now or later, your Halloween mani goes perfectly. I hate it when my Halloween mani messes up. All right, let's take one of my ceramic tiles out so that I can kind of test this plate here and show you how to use it. So let me go ahead and grab one of my random stamper, one of my random stampers. And I'm going to pick this up. Here we go. This one is one of the licensed plates, so I am going to go ahead and use a real stamping polish on it to play around with. Oh, here I have a limited edition stamping polish called Smartphone Zombie. That was for a polish pickup, I believe. And I am going to go ahead and scrape this with one of my card cards, just a standard little Starbucks card. Right parallel, and then hopefully I can pick most of this up, and I'll get an image like this. I just dropped the bottom. That's fine. All right, I really do like this one. She's so, I love her face, and well, I mean, you know, she's beautiful. Let's see. Let me grab some acetone, and we will clean this off and give it another play. I wonder what I should do. Like, I usually try to throw in a theme or something to show you, to kind of demonstrate the plate. Why don't we do some double stamping today? Okay, so I'm going to grab a black polish, which is going to go underneath. Now, how about a metallic? Let's try metallic. Let's do this light purple metallic. And I'm going to choose one of these plants here. I think let's go with this one here, because this one will be easier to double stamp. Now, just to refresh your memory or teach you in case you haven't heard of it, double stamping is where you stamp the same image on top of the same image, and they're both stamped in different colors. So, let's see. All right, I didn't get the best pickup here, so I'm going to try that again. I'm going to let it sit for a second, just like I have mentioned helps me out. All right, so I apologize if you hear the sirens in the background. It's been one of those weeks for my area in St. Louis. All right, so let me grab just a little scraper here. And I'm gonna probably use one of the stampers I'm more used to using. Ironically, when they start to cloud up, they really do turn into much better behaving stampers. So that is a true unfortunate fact. All right, so here's the purple. It's like a metallic lavender. A bunch of different brands have that color. It's a pretty popular stamping color. And then now I'm going to use the purple I've been using all month in these demos because I have it out at my workstation. We've got Be a Purple Kiss. And to double stamp, I'm just going to put it on top of this as far as I can match it perfectly. That's the hope. Now I do have some intermittent tremor, so sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. We'll see. I don't especially like this pickup. Can I show you without moving it around? Don't especially like that pickup. So I'm going to try it again, and I'm going to try to listen to my own advice and let it sit there for just a sec. Sometimes I get really into the stamping process and I just keep going and speeding up and speeding up. And you don't need to, once you've got it down, you don't need to do it like you're fast forwarding. I forget that sometimes. I do that with dinner sometimes. I just like want to get it over with. Okay, this isn't the best pickup because once again, I did not. All right. And you usually want to do it so that it doesn't stamp like exactly on top, so that there's just a little bit of overlap. And I like the way that looks. I'm going to do just a couple more examples of reverse, not reverse, just a couple of examples of double stamping again. And I'll go ahead and use that kelp. That's a pretty cool look. So I'll try to find, so here's this green, and I don't know what would go very well with that I have handy. I guess I'll do these two, see how that looks. I do have to clean this off of my stamper though, so. All right, let's go ahead and do the, let's do the red as like a, actually let's do, instead of the red, let's do a black so we can give it a shadow. And that is a really common reverse stamp that people do. And that's where you're going to need a polish, a stamping polish like Hit the Bottle or Be Love's Plates or one of those really good quality ones, because whatever you are using, you want it to show up over black if you're double stamping with black. And not everybody has polishes, like Maniology often will have polishes that don't stamp well over black. But, whoops, okay, so I left it sit too long, and I'm going to show you what to do then. Now, a lot of people know this already, but, so a couple of different options you have. This is specific equipment that I have purchased for stamping, and this is a $1 really crappy top coat from LA Colors, sold at the Dollar Tree, and either one of these, this one takes just a second longer to, you want to dry it when it's tacky. I mean, you want to stamp it when it's drying and tacky. So I'm going to take this Clingy by Nevermind, and I'm going to really clean my brush off because I do tend to put too much of this on. And I'm putting that down, and I'm just going to let it sit for 1 second there. And I don't think I'm going to use this green again. What I think I'm going to do is use the Vermilion to 1 over the black so I could show you how cool that looks. All right, that should be done. Oh no. Now sometimes this will happen. You just need to use your clear stamper to your best ability. You just match that up and you hope for the best. I had one stay and one not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this and sort of just hold it tight against there and sort of jiggle. This isn't really working for me. I'm going off, you know what? I'll show you what happens when these sorts of things just won't cooperate. What happens is I get out my fine art brush, fine nail art brush, and a little bit of black stamping polish, and I just make it go. because ain't nobody got time for that. Like, I'm just done with that. All right, and I'll just resolve to be faster with the vermilion to 1. All right, let's hope that this time I live up to my potential. All right, so let's grab the plate again. You know what? I did say I was going to use the kelp, didn't I? Maybe this wouldn't have happened with the kelp if I had actually used it like that. Now, I don't know how many of my videos you've seen, but I have talked about how these, except for the Looney Tunes one, which they've gone back to their original manufacturer, it looks like, but a lot of these license plates by MoYou London are a little bit trickier to use. So, right this very second, I'm just going to go back to the red on this. And I'm going to let it sit for a second, like I said I should do. Usually 1 Mississippi is sufficient. And I'm going to grab the extra very quickly. And I'm going to this is one of those adventures that we're having where I'm clearly being asked by myself or whatever to teach these little tricks, how to fix mistakes. I'm just going to abandon this stamper for now. I've been using it for a few minutes. I haven't had a great experience. And I'm going to grab another one of my stampers. I'm going to grab, here we go. And I'm going to be super, super fast, and I'm not going to worry about anything else that might be on the stamper. All right, we've got it. And that is what it looks like when you do a double stamp. It wasn't as beautiful over the black as I thought it might be. But once again, I did have to draw a couple of those lines by hand because I get sick and tired of it. And I also should remember that I was having not much fun cleaning up red the other day, so. All right, one more thing we're gonna do. I'm going to see if one of these will stamp for me. And I do like to show you how you can use these full nail images. You can just paint them in, and then you can put your entire base down on your nail and not have to worry about what you're doing as far as painting your nails go. You can just let the whole thing, lay the whole thing down like a reverse stamp. All right. So first things first, we're going to pull off this red bit just so it's not messing with us. I'm going to set plate number 7 aside. Hopefully I can do this in a way that teaches you that I really do know what I'm doing. I'm making these videos for, sounds like, I think now 5 years, or seems like I think 5 years. I've been being sent memories by my, and I'm just going to use this because it's easy. This is so that I don't have to worry about any of this image coming up on me when I paint the color on it. And probably what I'm going to do is, because I've got it here and I've got it handy, the Naps and Nails polish that we have opened in the Countdown to Halloween Advent box. This one's called Zombie Kitten. And this is a green with some other cool iridescences in it. So I'm going to blow on this for just a sec. And now I'm going to put down the base polish. And remember, since we are, now see, if it were not if it were not protected by that clear coat that I had put on there. I did some double stroking where I let my brush go over a part that was already wet. If the stamp had not been protected first, that might bring up the stamp, and then you'd have to start all over. And that's why I use a clear coat, so that you can touch the main image, and you won't destroy the underlying outline. All right, so this does look good. We are getting some real contrast here. So I'm going to pull out one of my nail stands, the witchy ones that I've been using. And then I'm going to grab a fake nail from down here. These are not anywhere near the shape of my actual fingernails, so I'm just going to go ahead and grab one of these. It helps me do things on this, like practice or displays, because it's white and it's not like natural color sheer or anything. All right, let's go ahead and get this down. It doesn't like my gloves. Actually, it likes my gloves too much. It keeps sticking to my glove. There we go. All right, so let's get this down. I probably should have just put it in the indent of the stamp and stuck it down. Of course, we figure these things out after the fact sometimes. All right, so you could use a foil glue, but I think that's going in a little bit heavy with the artillery there, so I feel like I sound like I don't have an accent like that. I feel like I'm using like a Minnesotan accent or anything like that, but it feels like, or maybe Chicago. It feels like I sound like Bartok from Anastasia, you know, the little white bat. I give her a ha and a hi-ya, and then I kick her, sir. Hank Azaria did that voice, and I am a huge fan of Hank Azaria. Now, there is some hazard when you come to images that you've put on a stamper, if you can't remember what's the top and what's the bottom. So let's grab the original image and tell me, because I've already forgotten. Okay, so this is face up. Excellent. All right, and now I'm just gonna let it down, and then we've got our entire base coat all squared away when you do it with this stamping image like this. And it is a bit of a too long press-on nail that we've used, but it's pretty cool. Anyway, so sometimes when I don't feel like working too hard, I do things like this. And I did not use not microwavable. I did not use the magnetic properties of that Zombie Kitten nail polish, but don't forget, I originally had forgotten to tell you about that polish until I had shown you the other polish, that Blurple Penelope Luz, that is absolutely gorgeous. Okie dokie. Well, I will see you all tomorrow. That's Friday at around noon. 1 p.m. if you're in the eastern coast of the U.S. And be kind to yourselves. And I wish you all good luck on your Halloween crafts and costuming and parties and everything like that. I'm super excited. It's my favorite. Okay, everybody, I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.